Hello, my name is Alan Hardebeck, and today I will be presenting with my group of Madison Owens, Noah Tubbs, and Gabriel Johnson, and our group is Swipe Out Hunger. There's a big problem facing our communities today, and that problem is hunger. For myself, I've seen and dealt with hunger, people suffering from hunger also. One summer, I went to Detroit during high school, and I helped at a food bank up there, and I saw what hunger does to the people from there and how it affects them. Hunger is a very serious problem that affects our community also. In fact, in Tippecanoe County, 1 out of 6 people deal with hunger or food insecurities. Hold on, go back, sorry. Tippecanoe County. The Journal and Courier for Tippecanoe County also says that about 30,000 people deal with hunger, and about 7,000 of those people are children. In fact, Tippecanoe County is in the top ranks for hunger in Indiana. We are actually just behind Marion, so it's a very, very big problem. Hunger affects many parts of life for people dealing with hunger. First of all, it affects school performance. If you're hungry, you're more likely to be cranky, hyper-aggressive, and hyperactive, which can impede schoolwork. It also affects mental health. You're more likely to suffer from severe depression, anxiety, or PTSD. You're also at an increased risk of developing chronic diseases. 58% of households that deal with hunger have a family member that suffers from high blood pressure, and 33% of households that deal with hunger have a family member that deals with diabetes, which is a very, very serious disease. Hunger also affects elderly in our community also. Hunger affects the elderly in many ways. You're about 65, if you're elderly, you're 65% more likely to develop diabetes. You're about 91% more likely to develop asthma, and you're 2.3 times more likely to suffer from severe depression, and you're 60% more likely to report having a heart attack, and lastly, you're 57% more at a higher risk of having congestive heart failure, which does lead to death in most cases. And I'd say from most of those facts I just said that the elderly in our communities and in general suffer the worst and maybe the most from hunger. Hunger is also devastating to the children of our communities. It stunts growth from lack of nutrients. It also affects the brain chemistry of children, not in a good way. The lack of nutrition kind of doesn't let the brain fully develop, so therefore you're not going to get the right brain chemistry in there, and it's not going to be as good as function as somebody who doesn't deal with hunger. And your children are also at an increased risk of falling behind in school, which is just, not being able to focus because they're too busy worrying about my stomach hurts, I'm hungry. But don't worry, don't fear. We have a solution, and I will let Madison talk about our solution.